Good morning and welcome to another conversation with Mose. And as always, I pray life is treating you well wherever you are in the world and that you're one day closer to your dreams coming true. My podcast wouldn't be a podcast without a poem, and this poem is taken from my book, The Psalm 23 Experience, available now where books are sold. And this poem is called Music and Literature. I have always found my solace in the sounds of music and in the libraries of life. As a boy, now as a man, there is serenity in losing yourself in the lyrics of a great song or in the pages of a great book. There is a world beyond the front door of our lives, and I've discovered it in music and literature. Just wanted to share about my two loves, music and books. I don't know what I would do without those two entities. They bring me so much joy, and I can honestly say it's been that way my whole life. I've always loved to read, and I love all types of music. So I decided to do a part two of the subject matter for today, which is how to support a creative, part two. And you can check out my earlier podcasts if you just check out the show, and it should be listed as one of the episodes. But I decided to talk about this again because I feel like a lot of artists and creatives maybe get discouraged, and maybe they feel the way I do when it comes to doing your art, whatever it may be. The sacrifices that we make to do what we love. And I have to be honest, there are moments when I get really discouraged more than not. I'm juggling so many things right now. I'm in the middle of writing a screenplay that's nearly done. I mean, really, just the ending is just pretty much writing itself. Having my Etsy store, All Things Moetic, as well as doing my photography and my poetry books. I'm juggling quite a few things with my name on it. And I have to say, it's really been hard trying to network and meet other people that are maybe traveling in the same direction you're going in terms of, wanting you to win. And I've been on the hunt for, I don't want to say hunt, I just feel like I've been really searching for people that want the same things that I want, that we can lift and encourage and support one another. Because I get really discouraged on social media trying to figure out how to promote and maneuver through so much, for lack of a better word, shit. And I don't mean that people have crappy stuff. It's just that it's so much stuff online that you're competing with. And it's just sometimes very discouraging because you see, as I've said before, sexual stuff and a lot of celebrity gossip, and it's hard for people to see you and hear you when it seems like there's so much noise. And I have a TikTok page, I have a Facebook page, I have Instagram, I have all those resources, but it still seems like it's not really reaping a reward. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what steps do I need to take next? Like, what do I need to do as a creative? And maybe there's somebody out there that's telling me, that could tell me something. What am I doing differently? Because I'm trying to learn, and I also have a YouTube page as well. And there aren't too many things that I haven't already done creatively. But I also want to reach out to family members and friends of other creative people, is that it's a process, and I don't think I can really say this enough is that when you mention it on your page or if you tell somebody about somebody's book, somebody's CD, somebody's performance, it really goes a long way. And I really want to encourage my other creatives to not give up on their goals and their dreams because it is disheartening. I have so many gifts and talents that I don't have enough money to put into everything. And I'm also looking into I've been doing my research on where your audience can support your show, where they can help you. They can like I'm not really word, I'm not sure of the wording, but get you can get funding from your audience to basically support your platform. So I'll know more about that in the near future. But I really want to, like everyone else, I want to work for myself. I really enjoy the feedback you guys have been giving me about the podcast, and you've been sharing your thoughts, and I really appreciate it. I mean, you have no idea how it's really helped me out of some, discouraging moments. Because again, you know, I'm human. You want people to like what you're doing, and you want to hear positive things, and you hope that you're touching people in some way. But I want to hear from you. I want to know. You can email me or just stop by my page or whatever and just, comment. But those things go a long way. You know, the Rihannas and the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's, those people didn't create themselves. They built that fan base. And I'm trying to build mine one person at a time. But also, I don't mind supporting other people any way I can. If it's sharing, whatever I can do, I'm willing to do because I want to see other people win. But to all, again, the creatives out there, I think you really have to stay the course and continue to surround yourself with people that want more for you and to know your worth and your value. Like even my value as a photographer, I found it very challenging to get clients that want to spend the money on themselves. They're looking at spending the money with you, but it's an investment in themselves. And I think I know there are a lot of people, artists that want to kind of do things on a budget or try to be cheap about certain things. But if you want quality work, then you should be paying for it. Just like I'm a firm believer in session work. Like if you're a singer and you're looking for work, you could also get a producer to pay you to sing their songs. And if you're that good, you'll probably get a lot of work. I'd say introduce yourself go to some studios, go online and just tell them you're willing to sing their songs for them. And you'll be surprised. You'll get a chance to get a free demo in the process, but you're putting yourself out there, your name out there, and it can't hurt. And if you're that good, I'm sure they won't mind you singing their songs. And there's ways that you can barter when it comes to getting your name out there. There's so many avenues now that we can take. Like, for example, I'll do poetry anywhere. I've done poetry in practically alleys, clubs, churches, hospitals, private parties. I'll do poetry anywhere I can bring a microphone. And because I love it that much. I love touching audiences. I love touching people. I love podcasting. This is a new love I didn't even think I would enjoy, but I really enjoy listening and sharing. And I'm inspired by other people's podcasts. And I'm also inspired by other writers. I've been watching YouTube videos on just kind of tutorials helping me with my screenplay. And I have to say, my screenplay I'm very, very proud of it. Probably more proud of it than anything I've ever done because I didn't think I would have gotten this far with it. But it's true to life. It's mixed with the fantasy, reality, some truth, some embellishing here and there. But it's something I really want to see happen. I'm willing to sacrifice quite a bit. And actually, I'm in the process of looking for an agent because I'd rather try to get the agent beforehand. So if I can get somebody interested in the story, then that'll be half the battle. So, because what I've learned is that a lot of unsolicited scripts are better received if they're coming from an agent. So I'm going to go that route once I get it copywritten and all that good stuff. But it's definitely a black movie that I want to see. And I'll consider myself more of a screenwriter than a novelist. I I don't know if I have the patience to write a novel. And but I never say never. I mean, I never say I wouldn't write a novel. I'm just not sure when that would happen. And then I don't know how much I would want to share, especially if it was autobiographical. But I love writing poetry. As you know, I have 13 poetry books. I can write poetry in my sleep. And I love other poets. I love poetry. I love James Baldwin and Langston Hughes and Nikki Giovanni and Maya Angelou. And there's some that you guys probably have never even heard of. And I love music. And I love independent artists. I love seeing new and innovative people, no matter what form of music or art it is. I feel like the world needs it. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't know how to promote or share in terms of people's creativity. And what makes me sad is I feel like people don't. I don't think they don't want to see you win. I just don't think they want you to do better than them. And it's just it feels some kind of way sometimes when I see people literally trying to tear this person down, and whether it's how they look or how they sound or what they're doing, at least they're trying. One thing people can't say about me is that I'm definitely going to try. Whether it turns into something or not, you can't say that I never tried. Like, I did write a screenplay. Now, even if nothing ever happens with it, I wrote a screenplay. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my accomplishments as a photographer. It took me a lot of study, a lot of listening, a lot of reading, a lot of trusting, and I got better at it. And I trusted my instincts, my natural instincts. So you can't hate on people who put their soul into their art. And even if you do, it's okay. But I really want people to encourage the creatives in their life, and also the creatives to encourage other creatives, because I feel like we need each other, and it's something that I think we should all be looking to do to keep each other encouraged, because it's a very challenging business, and it's really hard sometimes, like I said, to not get discouraged when it comes to your art, your gifts. But I do want to talk about my store, All Things Moetic. I have a sale going on right now, and I'm actually proud of my store. If you haven't got a chance to stop by, but to be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff in there that I just think that people could appreciate, and just not just because it's my stuff, but just because I know that you may know somebody that would appreciate my stuff. Meaning, it's like it's there might be a picture that you don't necessarily like, but you know somebody that could appreciate it, or a book, or a basket. So, and I think coming to Etsy, looking at my stuff, you'll definitely get connected to other stores as well that are similar to mine. Because I feel like, again, supporting black businesses is, I know some of us have had bad experiences supporting black businesses, or, you didn't get the customer service that you wanted or whatever. But that's not me. I'm very proud of my store and the reputation that I've built with my store. So if you want to go to the site and see some of the reviews and some of the thoughts of my customers, I treat all my customers the same, whether they spend $10 or $500. I'm going to give them a thank you and I appreciate you. So it doesn't matter. So it really, really, I treat them the same. Again, whether it's my black customers or my white customers or Native American, doesn't matter. Again, I treat all my customers the same with respect, kindness, and appreciation. So, again, and then also something I decided that I wasn't going to do, I'm not going to cheapen myself. I don't think any artist in today's time should be lowering their value as an artist. I feel like customers, it may take a little longer to get the customers that you want, but like even Beyonce, her tickets are $1,000, but they're paying it. And again, I'm not saying I want people to spend $1,000 on a ticket for me, but I just think artists need to not diminish their value. Don't lower yourself, your standards to make a dollar. Know your worth and stick to it. It's okay to give discounts and if you want to, do things on that nature, but it's something that you should choose to do. And people shouldn't be asking you for discounts. Friends and family, they should be really wanting to lift you up and encourage you. But again, I'm still learning social media. I still have I'm a live person. I'm one of those people that likes to meet in real life, shake your hand, hug you, say thank you. I'm still not used to this social media interaction because I know you really do have to socialize. And I'm not really like I said, I'm more of a in life engaging person. I want to meet you, like I said, read, chat with you, share. I don't mind the podcasting, but when it comes to actually getting out and sharing your product with people, I prefer that. You know, I don't have anything against YouTube pages, TikTok, and all that. I just really like engaging in real life. And again, I think this is really for the artists that are really getting discouraged and feeling like they're competing with the world on some level, and maybe what they're doing isn't enough. But I'm not going to say that. I know that what I bring to the table, if you Google Mose Harden, several things are going to come up. And things that I'm proud of, things that I've done in the past, things that I'm doing presently, and even things I'm doing in the future. And I do hope in the near future that I'll have some good news about my screenplay. Just the challenge of seeing who would help me produce my movie is just the thrill of seeking it out and finding out who would be interested in a story that I wrote. But I'm not going to stop until I do. I mean, even if I get a couple no's, I'm going to keep looking for that yes. But again, I want to encourage singers, artists, creatives to continue to fight that fight. Don't get discouraged. And then the other thing, as artists, I think you have to, whatever you need to improve on, just do it. I'm a firm believer in getting vocal lessons. If you want to be a better drummer, singer, painter, there's nothing wrong with learning and getting better at it, your craft. That's all. Even as a podcast person now, I want to get better at it. I'm still learning it, my voice, learning from my mistakes, and then the biggest thing I always want, what do I want to convey to people? What do I want people to learn from this podcast? But the biggest thing is for people that are not creatives. They're not painters or singers or people that from the arts. It's a whole nother world to be a creative person. And again, I'll reiterate that there are people that we don't know. We'll share their stuff in a heartbeat, but when it comes to someone else's art, I don't want to get on my high horse, but I guess maybe I do. But I think there are a lot of creative people out there that are really getting discouraged, and I just want to tell you to keep hanging in there. We're going to get through this time, and again, I get discouraged with my art, but I believe in myself. I genuinely believe in my contribution to the world. And maybe it does seem arrogant, but I'm confident. I'm confident in my store, in my art, and I believe that my stuff can stand up next to anybody else's, you know. And I love the lane I've created. And I've said that before. I think you have to find your lane and be okay with that lane. Carve your own niche. So, but don't get discouraged. But also, again, I want to reiterate, stop by my store. I got a sale going on for Black History Month. All things 20% off, except for some of the newer product. But again, as always, if you see something in there that you want in a different size, just let me know. Just reach out. I can make that happen. And as always, I want to thank you for listening. Again, it's one of those things I just appreciate you listening, engaging your thoughts about what I'm doing. And I hope that if you're not a creative person, that you maybe will share this podcast with a creative person. Maybe to, lift their spirits. But anyway, as always, I pray life is treating you well wherever you are in the world, and that you're one day closer to your dreams coming true. Thank you for listening.